This is going to be break number 5117. This is our Leaf in the Game used 9-spot left side serial number. We have a 10% filler to run. It's going to fill up our remaining 3 spots in the break. Fillers in this one, we have Dan Lee, Alex B, Dan M, Michael L, Rico G, Raymond F, Matt H for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Aiden Cole, Miguel G for 2, Victor Bonello, Stephen T, DCQ for 3, Marcel M, Nikki Waller, Lions Den, Kane Train, Melanie, Furry Goat, courtesy of Paul, Trevor F, Adam T, and Lions Den, grabbing our final 2. There's 30 names. Your top 3 advance on into the break. You got to go at least 4 times. We're going to go 8 times. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and your top 3. Lions Den, Adam T, and Alex B making it on into the break. Congratulations. Before you go 30th. Sorry, dead last. Top 3 were good right there. Lions Den sneaking on in on a final 2 fillers of the night. Sold the store out with the final 2. Thank you, brother. Everybody who missed, you're going to be in our filler giveaway, which is actually coming up right now. Alright, so every night we run a use a credit to nice. Every night we run a filler giveaway. This is to show appreciation to the folks who bought into some fillers and didn't hit anything. So, first place, I'm just going to give you $50 store credit, actually. Give you a little cash for this weekend. And last place, I do have a Prism NBA blaster for you. So first and last for you guys. And good luck to everybody. 7, 8, 9, 10, and $50 store credit going to Keith H. So Keith, we will add that into your account tomorrow. And Tom H. If your last name started with H, congratulations, Tom H. You have the Prism blaster. All right, your final break of the night is a 9-spot Leaf left side. I'm going to explain the rules. All 50 cards in this case should be serial numbered. We go based off of the serial numbers. If it is a 5 of 99, it goes to the 5 spot, or a 6 of 8 goes to the 6 spot. All 1-on-1s are randomized by the players' names, first names. We are going to randomize this list of participants. We're going to paste it 3 times in that order. We're going to do your list of numbers, assign you a number, and then we are going to assign you 2 different letters. We have Stephen K up top, and then the other bounty rules are non-serial numbered hits, which we shouldn't have any. Redemptions are awarded out via the letters, along with 1-on-1s. And then bounties are split 50-50 between whoever hit. Yeah, you guys can hit the minor in this one. So 50-50 on the bounties. Stephen K up top, down to Alex B, gonna be on the bottom. Have a good night, Paul. Let's go 6 times. 6 times on the names, 6 times on the numbers. I forgot I need one for letters as well. So let me pop open one more. Need one for letters. How could I forget letters? Okay, cool. All right, 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Before we go up top, down to Michael Kim on the bottom. So we do this, paste it 3 times. We have the 1 up top, down to the 9 for your numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 4 up top, 1 on the bottom. Furry Goat with the 4, Lions Den with the 2, Adam T with the 8, Alex B with the 6, Aaron S with the 9, DCQ 7, Mio with the 5, Stephen K with the 3, and Michael Kim with the 1. A up top, down X, Y, and Z, gonna be on the bottom. Here comes your letters for your 1-on-1s and redemptions. E and F up top, all the way down to J on the bottom. Is 6 good? I would say the lower numbers are better. 6 is right in the middle. Before we go, E and F, Lions Den B, Adam T with C, Alex B with X, Y, Z, Aaron S with T, DCQ O and P, Mio with S, Stephen K with G, Michael Kim H and I, Before we go, Q and R, Lions Den L, Adam T K, Alex B D, Aaron S with A, DCQ U V W, Mio with N, Stephen K with M, and Michael Kim with J. This is just for your, the letters are just for your one of ones and redemptions. I go ahead and do that, and we will hop on in just a second. We are ripping a full case of in the game used. I think this is going to be one of our final in the game used breaks. Standalone on its own. I know our new Leaf set is Leaf Pay Dirt. It is a cheaper football set. JML might be doing a full case of it tomorrow, or half case or something. It's actually pretty fun. It's a paper set, kind of cheaper. Like 15 cards a box or something like that. Might be doing random letters. We'll see. Maybe we'll do that this weekend. I don't know. We're all cooked. DCQ's in it. He's a card magnet. Alright, we have 50 cards total incoming. I'm going to need a lot of 130 points and 180 points. Maybe we won't top load up everything as we go. Maybe we will. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. You have the one spot. I don't think you're too cooked. You know you're going to get some cards with the one spot. That's a no-brainer. That's definitely a no-brainer. What cards? I couldn't tell you. We are going to kick off with a 17 of 55. That is going to be a Shaquille O'Neal for the 7 spot. Going to DCQ with the first one. Game used Shactus. 18 of 20 for the 8th spot. That's Mike Schmidt. That's going to Adam T. 8 of 10 for the 8th spot. Marcus Dupree on the game used. Let's see a bunch of names. Big 8s for the 9 spot. A rare 9 spot hit. Shaq, Moses Malone, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Patrick Ewing, Hakeem Olajuwon, Bill Walton, and Artist Gilmore. 9 of 36 for the 9. Big 8. Might be $100 right there with those names. And your final card of box 1. Mark McGuire, 5 of 5 for Mio. Was that the freebie? Yeah, for the yeah. That's gonna probably be a one-touch too. Used a bounty to buy a full spot in this break, and then he turned it into a Mark McGuire 5 of 5. The Big Mac. People like the jumbo patches in this one. We're gonna see some hits in this one, I bet. I wouldn't even say that was a top tier box. This is probably $100. These Big 8s typically sell pretty well. I'm gonna guess the Big Mac probably was too. And 9 spot, usually the higher the number, the harder it is to hit. In this one, there's a lot of low numbered sets like the 1 of 5s, 1 of 3s, things like that. So easier to hit if you have a 1 through 3. Those typically do the best. Big Mac as well, 5 of 5. Let's see, these are all like 180 points, I believe. I'll just go ahead and give me all my 180 points. I think I'm just going to top load as we go because we are good on time tonight. Just enjoy it, hang out with you. When do you see a box with a lower number? I know, Mike. You got the 1 spot. You're sitting there like, what the hell? What the hell? Give me my first hit. I should get like 1 card a box. I have the 1 spot. What are we doing?
Don't F on Mike.
I know. I don't want to F on Mike. All right, box number 2. No, it's impossible. The 1 spot will never get dusted in a leaf break. We all know that. We literally made the rule.
Do you G-word it?
I can't G-word anything, but we literally made the rule. We made the rule that the 0 spot doesn't get the 1 spot doesn't get 101s for that very reason. Look, there's a 3 spot. We're back to the low numbers. We're back to the low numbers. All right, we are starting off with the Heroes of History of Stan the Man. Dan Musial, 3 of 3. There's a 1 right there for you, Mike. It's a Randy Johnson, Greg Maddux, Pedro Martinez. Game used 3s, 11 of 35. 28 in the game used 4s. Football right there. Emmett Smith, Barry Sanders, Jerome Bettis, and LaDainian Tomlinson. Going to the 8, going to Adam T. Dan Marino auto. 3 of 25 for the 3 going to Stephen K. And a Prospects 2 of 4 for the 2 of for Lions Den, Deuce Knight. Deuce Knight, 2 of 4. Deucing it up right there. Dan Marino, we'll one touch up Dan. Dan patch auto. If it was just an auto, probably not, but with a patch on it, gotta think we're close to 100 or so. Some of these don't want to fit in 155 points, which is wild. You thought Leaf only made 1-on-1s? We haven't seen one yet. 3 of 25, Dan Marino in the game used patch autograph. That is game worn. Everything in this product is game worn. Don't get it twisted. The set's literally called Leaf in the game used, and we have people ask, are they game worn? It's a wild question to me. Nope, they just called the product in the game used, and they're not from a specific game or event. It does not have a lot of 1-on-1s. This product is pretty different from most Leaf sets. There are 1-on-1s, but they fall at a significantly less pace than your normal Leaf product. The Leaf Pay Dirt set has cards up to 75 in them. It's actually a more standard set. Last case had zero 1-on-1s. That's right. What's my favorite breakfast? Probably. Ooh. How about a Pele for Taylor? How about my favorite breakfast? Probably waffles or French toast. Piping hot waffles. There's a very thick card on the back of this one. There is a very, very thick card, I think. Pele, 24 of 35. Going to Taylor with the 4. That's going to be Aaron Judge and Derek Jeter, 15 of 45 for the 5. Going to Mio. Going to Mio. What kind of syrup? Just maple. Jumbo Mem of Rolando Blackman, 4 of 5. Game used. Dallas Maverick. Let's go to the back. Jose Canseco bat. Hope you didn't pay money for that thing. 23 of 35. That is a bounty. $100 for Stephen K. $100 for somebody else. Random at the end. $100 refund for Stephen K. incoming. Closing in on a record for most bounties in one night. Stephen K. gets $100. And somebody else is going to get $100 in this break too. Jose Canseco, 23 of 35. All right. What am I doing? What am I doing with my hands? I think we have a big card incoming. 4 of 5, Rolando Blackman. How about a 10 of 10? 0 spot is random to all. This is going to be a fun random at the end. Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt, Moses Malone, Bill Walton, Julius Erving, Bernard King, Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale, Pete Maravich, Artis Gilmore, Dennis Johnson, Clyde Drexler, Rolando Blackman, Daryl Dawkins. Yes, all zeros are random to all in the break because there's no 0 spot. So that is going based off of the letters right there. 16-way random at the end. Don't you just love the format? I have not heard back. So this is random between the M, the L, the K, the W, the M, the B, the J, the B, the R, the K, the P, the A, the D, the C, the R, and the D. That is ridiculous. That is random at the end. Love it. Love it. This format is silly. I forgot to mention the rule with the 0 spot. No zeros, so zeros go based off of the letters. Because everybody hated the 0 spot in left sides. They said, I don't get any cards with a 0. The 0 got skunked too many times, so now we don't do the 0 when it comes to leaf breaks. It's just a 9 spot break. And I think that people have been mostly receptive to that. Except for Taylor, because Taylor likes to get the 0 spot. He likes to get 0 cards. He likes to complain about that. I don't think Pele's $100. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's an 8-way Pele mem for Taylor. Letters and numbers. I like this format a lot better as well. I think it lends itself to being better because you get 2 letters, so you don't have to get stuck with one bad letter. You have a chance at 2 letters. One could be a better letter, you know? So I think this format is probably the most fine-tuned that we can get this left side. If we do a left side with normal products like Panini and Topps, we will do the standard 10 spot with the static letters. But this one for Leaf 9 spotter just makes too much sense. All right, first out for the 9 spot, 29 of 55, Greg Maddux. 1 of 6 of Marcus Rashford. Gonna be the beautiful game. Game used mem, Marcus Rashford. There is gonna be a Warren Spawn, 1 of 7 going to Michael Kim. I see more, 3 of 4 going to the 3 spot. That is Jason Kidd, James Harden, Tony Parker, Pau Gasol, Allen Iverson, Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, top 40 going to the 3. And an auto is Ladanian. No, it's Frank Thomas, 13 of 25, also going to the 3. Stephen K with the 3 spot has been crushing in this break. Rashford's a bum. Big Mac, probably not Frank Thomas, Big Hurt, probably not $100. He signs a lot. No jerseys on the back. No jerseys on the back on that one. Nope. I would be able to feel him. Little breaker magic we can feel behind the cards. You can't see the behind the cards. We can feel behind the cards to see if there's mems back there. How can we tell that everything in the product is game worn? Everything in the product is game worn. The set is called In the Game Used. Why would they call it that if they weren't actually game used? How do they prove it? You're just going to have to take their word for it. If you don't take their word for it, how do you know any of the signatures are real on any of the cards? There's that Greg Maddux. We still have 6 boxes left. It's all a conspiracy. They're just paying interns to sign cards. How about a Willie Mays for the 6 spot on top? This box is kind of weird. Pele should be more pricey than $100. That guy's a legend. He is. I agree with you. I could be wrong because I don't know all of the prices off the top of my head. I'm just kind of going based off of what I know. We've got Willie Mays, 6 of 7 for the 6. Craig Biggio and Jeff Bagwell, 9 of 12 for the 9. Nice one right here. Omar Morena, Bill Madlock, Willie Stargell, and Dave Parker. 22 of 35 going to the Deuce, going to Lion's Den. I was hoping Clemente would be on that one. Video game stats. How about the Greek Freak Giannis Antetokounmpo? Most of his stuff is $100. 16 of 30 for the 6 going to Alex B on the Giannis. And Larry Johnson, 1 of 15 for the 1 spot going to Michael Kim. Nice Giannis right there. Going to 6, which is Alex. He's a Yankees fan too. Alex DM'd me earlier on Instagram. He caught me as I was looking at my phone on a break. He's like, what fillers do I have? I'm like, I got you. Alright, we'll one-touch up the Giannis. And we still have half the case to go. We have not seen that big signature hit yet. I'm still looking for that product hit. If we hit this Hogan and Flair, and you're not a wrestling fan, I want it. The problem is I see some wrestling fans in this break. If Lions Den hits it, I'm not getting it. If DCQ hits it, I'm not getting it. I guess the best case scenario would be the free goat to hit it. Giannis Antetokounmpo for Alec. There you go, brother. 16 of 30 for the 6. Yeah. Listen, I don't particularly root for anybody in breaks. But if anybody's going to hit this Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan, I want it to be the furry goat. I would get... No, come on. That's a card for you, brother. That's a card for you. How about we just hit the 2 of 2? No, you would want that one. Hardy hit 1 Hogan auto in the last week, and I gave it away. Ooh, how about Messi on top? Leo is going to go for the... I think that's the 8. I can't tell. Can't quite tell. I think it says 8, but I'm not 100% sure. What happened to the 101? What do you mean, what happened to the 101? 101 Leo be okay? 101s go to the letters in this break. That is a 40. I still can't tell. That's an 8. 48. 48 going to the 8. That is Adam T. That is Pete Rose, 1 of 1. Going to the P, which is DCQ. Pete Rose in the game used 1 of 1. We shipped out the other one that we pulled, if that's what you're asking. We shipped that one out. DCQ, go with the P. Pete Rose, 1 of 1. Oh my god. For the 1, Michael Kim. Ken Griffey Jr., Heroes of History, 11 of 35. What is this box? 4 of 5 going to Taylor. Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That is going to go to Taylor. Nice one right there. Jared Curtis is going to be numbered 9 of 25 for the 9 spot. Going to Aaron S. Couple of 1 touches in that one for sure. Yeah, I know that it sucks that they can't use the jersey number anymore. Griffey for the 1, probably a $50 Griffey. Pete Rose, match used betting slip. 9 spot's actually holding up quite nice. Normally the 9 spot is not the best. 9, 8, and 7 are normally tough, but they're actually holding up here. A couple more 55s. We still have 4 boxes left. There's, what, 6 1 touches in this break and counting. Would a winning pay slip pay more than... Oh my gosh, I don't know. On today's... That's crazy. Kobe Bryant, LeBron, Magic, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I'm running out of 55.1 touches, but I think we'll be able to finish. It's the one we've used the most. Multicolor patches are nice, I agree. Pete Rose, there's a little bit of stitching on this one. You got a little bit of stitches on this one, probably why it's a 1-on-1. Pete Rose, uno de uno. Squirrels incoming on that one. Funny thing was, Pete Rose lived in Vegas. He signed autographs. Yep. That's why Pete Rose autographs aren't worth as much as you'd think they were, just because he signed so much. It's unfortunate that now that he's passed, Topps put him back in sets. He's probably going to get into the Hall of Fame. Just the guy lived his whole life after baseball. You know, knowing his stats and what he did while he was playing made him a Hall of Famer, but they just exiled him from baseball, and now you're going to put him in once he passed away. It just seems so... I don't know what word I want to use. If you knew you were going to put him in, why'd you make him live his whole life, like, regretting what he did, you know? George Brett, 11 of 12 for the 1. 28 of 35 for the 8. That's David Beckham. Very petty, yeah. The lifetime ban is over because he passed, yep. Paul Pogba, that is going to be numbered 5 of 65 for the 5 spot. We have a Sports Town of New York. That is 9 of 10 for the 9 spot. Aaron Judge, Lawrence Taylor, Darryl Strawberry, Mark Messier, Don Mattingly, and Patrick Ewing. You think that's $100, JML? Yeah, it's probably close. I would agree. Odell Beckham, 4 of 8, going to the 4 spot, going to Taylor. Yeah, I think that's pretty close. Yeah, I think that's $100. New York going to pay that. So hypocritical to keep Pete Rose out, but partner with FanDuel, and I agree. I agree. I mean, that's where we're all headed right now. Even like Kalshi and all those, what do they call them? The prediction markets. How is it any different? It's literally the same thing. I don't know. I don't understand how those are legal, but can't access FanDuel in the state of Washington, but I can go on Prize Picks and do whatever. I just can't parlay on there. It's like, what is a prediction marketplace? How does that make any sense? Taylor crashed out, and now he's hitting. So does that prevent Shohei from getting in the Hall of Fame? Nope. Nope. It's totally okay now, I know. Sportstown, 9 of 10 for the 9 spot. There you go, Aaron. And 3 boxes left. Puro should add a translator to take the fall. That's all it needed, right, was a translator. No laughing at this guy's name. Gaylord Perry for the 33 of 35. Got his 300th win as a Mariner. That is a lot of blue on that card. Maybe it's a Mariners uniform, too. Gaylord Perry, 33 of 35. 3 of 15 in the game used of Tony Gwynn and Wade Boggs. Game used 2s. Pele and Diego Maradona. That is the card on the box. 43 of 45. It has been a personal box for the 3 spot so far. That is the card on the box, my friends. Look, right there. Card on the box. 3 is crushing Stephen K. We'll probably one-touch that one up. Patch auto of Barry Sanders. That is absolutely a one-touch. 8 of 10 for the 8th spot going to Adam T. And how about a Javi auto? 4 of 10 for the 4 spot. This is the latest you've ever seen us live? Brother, this is the earliest we're going to end probably tonight. Yeah. We don't never end before 2. This is early.
They added an extra break.
What's that?
They added like an extra.
We did add, this break was the extra break. We were going to get out of here at like 1. We were going to get out of here at like 1 tonight. We added this one. This is early. We're going a little later than ending a little earlier than we normally do. It's okay, because we don't have to be up till 3 a.m. streaming every time. Just because the stream ends doesn't mean we all get to go to sleep. We all have work to do after the stream ends. 8 of 10, Barry. And then this one's the card on the box. Tucapito got a ban for life. Yep, Marcano Tucapito for the Padres. You guys are usually on till noon my time. Yep, we usually go till about 2:30 or 3 in the morning. It's been a good case. It's been a very strong case for the 3 right there, Stephen K. 2 boxes left tonight. Can we hit the other cards on the box? This one, please. Please and thank you. Bill Walton for the 9. The 9 spot, man. 9 spot said, I came to play. Is that a thickie down there? We have a very thick card down there. We did hit the Hogan, but I want one so I could buy one. I want it so I could buy one because I couldn't buy the other one. We have a very thickie down there. There is going to be Bill Walton, 49 of 55. How about that's going to be a Cristiano Ronaldo, 10 of 10, going to the C, which is Adam T with the C spot. A Barry Bonds, 7 of 10 for the 7, going to DCQ. Let's do this. Art Monk video game stats, 7 of 8 for the 7. Yeah, we got something here. Good luck. Quad auto. Quad auto. Good luck. Magic Johnson, Charles Barkley, Pat Ewing, Dennis Rodman. Hit this one before. 7 of 7 going to the 7 spot. Going to DCQ with the quad auto. Mike was right. DCQ with the quad auto. We pulled this one in our last one. DCQ, congratulations. Magic, Charles, Pat Ewing, Dennis Rodman. Squirrels right there for that one. 777 lucky 7s. You want to touch a Ronaldo? Probably. What a good case this time around. DCQ is a hits magnet. That is what they said. They were not wrong. They were not wrong. Nice Barry Bonds for the 7 as well. Jordan needs to sign for somebody other than UD. I agree with that. Weird choice on the Ronaldo. Man United jersey looks like Real Madrid. That is something that's like one of those little expertise pieces that somebody should probably tell them. Can you get 12 more likes? We get up to 700. Is there 12 people that have not yet liked the stream? Let me see if we get 12 more likes. What team did Rodman? Rodman was a Laker. You forget about Rodman on the Lakers? Rodman with the Lakers in 1999, yep. There's that Ronaldo. Jeezy said that one's about $100. And we have one box left for the night. Walton. All right, here we go. Hopefully we save the best for last. The 7 and the 8 kicked my ass. 7 and 8 has been crazy. You've hit some cards though, but you need to hit a nice one to send it home. For the L, going to Lion's Den, 10 of 45. 10 of 45 going to the Lion's Den, Larry Legend. No, this is just a paper cut right here. I've had it all night long. Sapphire, you've been watching all night long. 10 of 45, Larry Bird. 24 of 45, Diego Maradona. 24 of 35 for the 4, Carmelo Anthony. What's going on, Christina? 1 of 8 going to the 1. There you go, Mr. Michael Kim. Roger Staubach, Fran Tarkenton, Ken Anderson, Ken Stabler, Joe Montana, Steve Dugan, Jim Hart, and Jim Plunkett. Nice hit right there. We're going to end tonight with a Rasheed Wallace. 12 of 35 for the 2, going to Lions Den. So saved a dusty box for last. Yeah, if I was bleeding right there, I would not be breaking. I would have a Band-Aid on it. Yeah. How much for the Giannis card? I'm going to keep it probably right around 80 to 120 bucks. That's what I'd guess, about 80 to 120. Somewhere in that range. His stuff typically sells around there. All right, let's one touch up the quad. I am losing my voice, so I'm glad we don't have another break. Dude, the amount of one touches tonight in this break, there's a lot of them. Ah, there we go. We'll hit the squirrels one more time tonight. This recap is going to be fun. This recap is going to be crazy. Look at this stack of one touches in this case. So many more than our last case. All right, take a look at our hits in this one. NT case, an impeccable case break. That'd be a fun one. Take a look at our hits. We do have the 116 way to random off before we get on out of here, so we will do that. Yeah, this was a great case. This was much better than our last case. 16 way random, yep. That was an awesome case. This was a great way to end the stream tonight. Great final break. Jeets and Judge. Yeah, this was a great case. Your one touches are insane. We have the 16 way for the 1 spot. We had the Cristiano Ronaldo for the 0. Magic Johnson. Charles Barkley. Pat Ewing, Dennis Rodman for the 7. We have the, for the 3, Diego Maradona and Pele. We have the Barry Sanders for the 8, Patch Auto. We have the New York Keys to the City or Sports Town, 9 of 10. We have the Pete Rose 101, the only 101 in the case. We have the quad for the Lakers, 4 of 5 with Kobe and LeBron. With the Giannis, this was for the 6, I believe, 60 and 30. 3 of 25, Dan Marino. Mark McGuire for the 5, and then the 8-way for the 9. Everybody seems to be got a little piece of something in that one. That is going to do it for the break. We do have the quad to random, or the 16-way to random off. So let's go ahead and do that really quick. So let's go ahead and run a fun duck race with 16 names, because why not? We've got the time, we've got the energy, we've got the place. All right, the names on this card are Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Moses Malone, Bill Walton, Julius Irving, Bernard King. Turn it over on the back. We've got Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale. Feel like I'm doing data entry. Pistol Pete. Pete Maravich. Artist Gilmore. Dennis Johnson. Clyde Drexler. Rolando Blackman, and Daryl Dawkins. 16 names. We're going to put 30 seconds on the clock. Shuffle up one time. Can you just leave that one there for a minute?
Okay.
I'm going to take pictures of the one touches.
Alright.
And good luck to everybody in this one who has a duck. Whichever letter wins will be the one who is awarded the card. Bill Walton gonna creep up there. Lions Den with a beast spot. There you go, Lions. Congratulations, man. There you go, Mr. Lions Den. I'm drinking a Monster White Energy. And that is gonna do it for the 16-way random. And that's gonna do it for the break.